Sodium-ion batteries are back in the spotlight. Headlines call them the next big breakthrough, the technology that could replace lithium, slash costs, and power the future. From new pilot plants in China to the first US grid-scale project in Colorado, sodium-ion has captured global attention. But here's the real question. Is sodium-ion a revolution, or just another mirage? What are sodium-ion batteries? At first glance, sodium-ion batteries look familiar. They work on the same basic principle as lithium-ion, ions moving between electrodes during charge and discharge. The difference lies in the material. Sodium replaces lithium as the active element. The cathodes often use Prussian blue or lead oxides. The anodes are typically hard carbon. And instead of copper, both electrodes use aluminium current collectors, cheaper and lighter. On paper, sodium offers clear theoretical advantages. The raw material is abundant, evenly distributed, and non-strategic. Some chemistries show strong low-temperature performance, retaining over 90% capacity even at -20 degrees Celsius. Thermal stability can exceed 500 degrees, and the material's cost is up to 30% lower than lithium iron phosphate. But theory doesn't always equal commercial success. Lower energy density, immature supply chains, and limited operational data all stand in the way of large-scale deployment. What drives the hype? So why is everyone suddenly talking about sodium? Three forces are pushing the hype: policy support, corporate investment, and media amplification. Governments around the world, from China to India and Canada, are promoting sodium as part of their energy storage strategies. China's latest action plan prioritizes industrial-scale sodium-ion integration, helping companies access funding and fast-track approvals. Meanwhile, corporate activity has surged. CATL has announced its first sodium-ion battery certified under China's national standard, with mass production expected soon. EVE Energy connected a 180 kWh sodium-ion system to the grid in Hubei. BYD built a 30 GWh line in Qinghai for short-range EVs and storage. And in the United States, Peak Energy has deployed a grid-scale sodium-ion energy storage system in Colorado. The problem? Most of these deployments are still pre-commercial, early experiments, not yet competitive with lithium. Media headlines amplify every announcement. But behind the noise, real performance and cost data remain limited. The four problems hidden behind the buzz. The sodium hype hides four major challenges. First, energy density. Typical sodium systems deliver 100 to 160 watt-hours per kilogram, lower than lithium iron phosphate, which reaches 150 to 180. That means more space, heavier systems, and lower efficiency per unit area. Second, industrial scale. Lithium-ion has terawatt-hour level global capacity and a full ecosystem, from raw materials to recycling. Sodium-ion barely scratches the multi-gigawatt-hour level. Reconfiguring production lines, BMS systems, and pack designs adds cost and time. Third, technical bottlenecks. Hard carbon, the main sodium anode, remains expensive and inconsistent in quality. Meanwhile, lithium is already advancing towards semi-solid and solid-state generations. Fourth, limited market acceptance. Without long-term operational data, financiers and insurers hesitate. That slows project approval and increases risk premiums. The result? Sodium-ion may look promising in labs, but in large-scale deployment, the economics are still unproven. Cost and safety, where theory breaks down. Sodium's supposed low cost doesn't hold up in practice. Yes, sodium and aluminium are cheaper than lithium and copper. But finished cell prices still sit around 0.5 yuan per watt-hour, roughly the same as lithium iron phosphate. Even optimistic forecasts only bring that down to 0.3 yuan. Meanwhile, lithium battery prices continue to fall, often below 0.3 yuan per watt-hour during market troughs. Once you include the full system, pack design, thermal management, BMS, and maintenance, the theoretical cost advantage disappears. Then there's safety. Sodium cells may tolerate higher heat at the single-cell level, but system-level safety is another story. Large arrays introduce uneven temperature profiles, connection risks, and potential control failures. Without long-term field data, claims of inherent safety remain just that, claims. Limited but meaningful niches. That doesn't mean sodium-ion has no future. It just means its role will be specialized, not dominant. Sodium works best in places where energy density isn't critical, like remote substations, rural telecom towers, and cold environments where lithium struggles. It can also replace lead-acid batteries in light mobility or industrial backup systems. And hybrid systems, combining sodium with lithium, are showing potential. In Yunnan, China, the Baokai hybrid station became the world's first grid-forming lithium-sodium system. Other major projects include Nanning Fulin, the first high-capacity sodium energy storage power station in China, with a 14% increase in capacity in Phase 2 compared to Phase 1. Datang Hubei Phase 1, another 100-200 system now operational. Peak Energy Colorado, the first U.S. grid-scale sodium project. Europe's largest sodium system in Germany, integrating solar and EV charging with island mode operation. Each project demonstrates incremental progress, not a revolution, but real-world testing at scale. The future, a useful supplement, not a successor. For sodium-ion to move beyond hype, 3 things must happen. First, costs must fall. Genuine cell prices near 0.3 yuan per watt-hour with real system-level savings. Second, technology must mature, longer cycle life, verified safety, and standardized testing. Third, the market must find the right niche, not head-to-head competition with lithium, but filling the gaps lithium can't. Sodium-ion will not replace lithium-ion, but it will complement it, especially in places where cost, temperature, or safety matter more than density. The story of sodium is not about replacing what works. It's about learning where it truly fits. Because in energy, understanding limits is often more powerful than chasing the next miracle. Sodium-ion isn't a revolution. It's a recalibration, a reminder that the future of energy won't be built on hype, but on engineering discipline and practical design. It may never replace lithium, but in the right places, at the right scale, it could quietly make the grid more stable, flexible, and sustainable. That's not a headline. It's a reality worth watching.